Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am covering for you the top PYQs on the topic derivatives, and I am going to cover these questions on the topic derivatives from the papers NDA 1 2021 till NDA 1 2024. So all these 7 papers, almost the questions on purely derivatives we are going to discuss, and while doing so, I am going to give you the hints, important tricks and the concept clarity on the topic derivatives. Kindly watch the video till the end to understand the type of questions that NDA 2 2024 may be. The type of questions can be expected on this topic derivatives for your upcoming NDA written examination. Alright, so let us begin with the very first question of the session. Here on the slide you can see the detail. Here I have given mentioned the paper that I have taken this question from, NDA 1 2021 paper, set A paper, okay, and that is the question number 84 in it. So now let's talk about, this is the question on derivatives to answer, because you can see the options are related to f dash at 0. So you are asked here derivative of this particular given function at x equals to 0. But look at the function has got mod x as the par for the e, right, mod x. So you have to define the function now, taking the domain for this x. You know that when x is greater than equal to 0, mod x will be x, right? So this function becomes e to the power x. And when x is less than 0, the function becomes e to the power minus x, because you know this is minus x, mod x is minus x when x is less than 0, isn't it? So now we have actually written the definition of the function for the domain, that is the set of values 0 and above and set of values below 0. So hence then whenever the function definition is of this two kind, like for a given domain, throughout the domain, you have to discuss the LHL and RHL when you are about to discuss at the point 0, because at 0 the function is behaving e power x for towards its right value and e power minus of x when x is tending to less than 0. So there is hence so-called the LHD, left hand derivative and right hand derivative. Left hand derivative, when you are writing, you have to take the function for that corresponding domain when you have the set of values of x which are just below what you are asked for. Say you are asked for at x equal to 0. So for set of values of x just below 0, those will go to LHD part. So you will be calculating the derivative of which function now? E power minus x, because x is less than 0 for that. So for this, what is the derivative? Minus e power minus x, and you are asked to evaluate at 0, right? So at x equal to 0, this will become minus 1, isn't it? And then hence correspondingly we have a RHD. So for the RHD, the function will be e power x, isn't it? Because for that domain. So now the derivative is e power x, and at x equals to 0, what is the answer? 1. So you can see that the LHD, left hand derivative, is minus 1 and right hand derivative is 1. LHD is not equal to RHD, therefore the function is the derivative of the function at 0 doesn't exist. So you can say that f dash 0 does not exist. Okay, that's why the option D for this particular question. Alright, coming on to the next question, again from NDA 1 2021. Alright, so now in this question they have straightforward asked you the derivative of this given function, and the given function is composite function, where you need to apply the chain rule of differentiation, sine of ln x. Okay, see, how do you find the derivative of f of g of x? The rule is derivative of the outer function, that is f dash of g of x, and into derivative of gx function. This is the rule you are going to apply for this sine of ln x. So the derivative, the answer step will be then derivative of sine of ln x will be cos of ln x, and ln x is again function, so 1 by x, right? Similarly, cos of ln x derivative is minus sine of ln x, and ln x derivative 1 by x. So this is what you are getting, say dy by dx, if you assume your function to be y. Alright, now they say find out this particular derivative at x equal to e. So you have to now calculate dy by dx at x equal to e. Replace x by x in the derivative. So you will get cos of ln e upon e minus sine of ln e upon e. You know that ln e is 1, so this is giving you cos 1 minus sine 1, denominator is common, that is e. Cos 1 minus sine 1 upon e, that is the option, hence A for this particular question. All right, coming on to the next question now. 89 again from the NDA 1 2021 paper. So here we have x in terms of variable t, y in terms of variable t. So when you have like functions, x function of the variable t, y function of the variable t, then the derivative of the variable x with respect to y goes as a parametric differentiation. So this is the question on parametric differentiation. Dx by dy you will find out by taking the ratio of dx by dt to dy by dt. This is the formula for parametric differentiation. And if you want dy by dx, it will be the reciprocal of dx by dy. All right. Now x is there, y is there in terms of the variable t. So you have to calculate dx by dt by differentiating x with respect to t, calculate dy by dt by differentiating y with respect to t. So what do you get? And then we put up that as a ratio. So directly I am writing now numerator dx by dt, I am writing derivative of this e power t into cos t. The e power t into cos t belongs to uv, that is the product of two functions. So you have to apply the multiplication rule for the derivative, that is you call uv rule, right? What is the derivative of uv function with respect to x? It is u into v dash plus v into u dash. So u, its e power t, derivative of cos t is minus sin t, plus cos t as it is, derivative of e power t is e power t. That is the part, the numerator dx by dt I wrote. Now I am writing dy by dt for you here in the denominator. Again u into v rule, e power t into cos t plus sin t as it is, e power t derivative e power t. So this is what you are getting, but you are asked at dx by dy at t is equals to 0. Substitute. So it's minus e to the power 0 sin 0 which is 0 plus cos 0 which is 1 into e power 0 divided by e power 0 cos 0 is 1 plus sin 0 is 0 into e power 0. So you can see that the answer minus 1 by 1, that is minus 1, hence the option number D for this particular question. All right, coming on to the next question now. 91 question from the same paper, NDA 1 2021. Here you are asked to find the derivative of e power x, but with respect to x power e. So say u is your first function, e power x, and v is your second function, x power e. Then what the question demands you? du by dv, that is change in u with respect to v. So this goes as again the parametric, because u is a function of x, v is a function of x, u and v are functions of x and x is their parameter. So parametric rule here says du by dx divided by dv by dx. So when we apply this concept here, you will write the derivative of u in the numerator with respect to x, it will be e power x. Denominator dv by dx, x power e derivative. See, x power e goes as a e is a constant. So it's like x power n rule, n x power n minus 1, remember. So if you apply here, you will get e x power e minus 1. What do you get? X e times x power e minus 1. Now x power e minus 1 can be written as x power e upon x. So it will come to the numerator, x times e power x upon e times x power e. X times e power x upon e times x power e, that is in the option A. Alright, coming on to the next question now. Now the question is from NDA 2 2021 and this is 71st question from set A paper. So y is a product of such a 5 brackets, okay, binomials. You are asked what is the dy by dx at x equal to 0. So you know, when you have product of many terms, you may apply the concept called logarithmic differentiation, and that will actually reduce the time of solving the question on differentiation when your function involves a lot of brackets, terms in product and quotient form, because the log would give very simple answer to log of a into b. What it gives the answer? Log a plus log b. Isn't it so? So this powerful property of log we can apply by applying log to the given function on both sides. So whatever you have, this given function, you take log on both sides. So you will get log of y is equals to log of a into b into c into d into e. Product of these terms. So I will write now in the addition form because of the property of logarithm just now I revised for you. So log of 1 plus x, log of 1 plus x square, log of 1 plus x power 4 plus log of 1 plus x power 8 plus you have log of 1 plus 6 x power 16. Now do the differentiation. What would be the differentiation of log y? First the outer function is log. You know log x derivative. Log x derivative is 1 by x, but here it's y. So y is a function of x. So hence chain rule 1 by y dy by dx equals to log of this derivative 1 by 1 plus x plus log of the other derivative 2x, because x square here to x derivative 1, so we did not write x square derivative, again you have to take multiplication, so like this. And what about here, 4x to the power 3 by 1 plus x to the power 4, then 8x to the power 7 by 1 plus x to the power 8, and the last term 16x to the power 15 by 1 plus x to the power 16. So basically that's why the simple part of this question is that x equal to 0 they asked. So you can simply put now x equal to 0. So this term will become 0. This term will also become 0. This term also becomes 0. This term also becomes 0. What remains here? 1 upon 1 plus 0, 1. So, and y is also there to substitute the 0 value, right? So you can see that then dy by dx at x equal to 0 is y at x equal to 0 you substitute, and into you have 1 upon 1 there left, this value. Y at x equal to 0, what do you get? This is 0, x square 0, x power 4 0, x power 8 0, x power 6 0, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0, 1 only. So this y at x equal to 0 is also 1, 1 into overall 1. Hence the answer option B for this particular question. Alright, coming on to the next question now, 72 from the paper NDA to 2021. Here you have y is equals to product of 3 cosine functions, and you are asked the derivative dy by dx, but the answer you have to give here, what is 1 upon y dy by dx at x equals to pi by 4. So you must remember, when you have these kinds of terms, cos A into cos B, cos A into cos B can be written as cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B divided by 2, because you can check this. Cos of A plus B, when you expand, cos of A minus B you expand, you will get 2 times cos A cos B divided by 2, so cos A cos B. So now you can club very first the even terms like 4x angle term and 8x angle term, even angle terms. So what do you get then? Y is equals to the first time simplification gives you cos x divided by 2 cos of 4 plus 8, cos of 4 plus 8, how much? 12x, and plus cos of 4 minus 8 minus 4, but cos of minus theta is cos theta only, so I am just writing cos of 4x. Now again, when you multiply cos x inside, you are getting cos x into cos of 12x plus cos x into cos of 4x. So again you have to apply this particular rule 2 times inside the bracket. So what do you get? Cos x cos 12x, you will get cos of x plus 12x, that is 13x, isn't it so? That is 13x, and plus cos of x minus 12x, that is 11x. This is all divided by 2, so by 2 I am putting outside, so 1 by 4 in the outside there. Then what do you have? Cos of x into cos of 4x formula you apply, cos of x plus 4x 5x plus cos of x minus 4x 3x, cos of 3x, right? This is what you got. So basically what you did, you converted your problem which was into the product of trigonometric functions into sum of the trigonometric functions. Now differentiating this function will be much easier, isn't it so? So now I am going to write down the derivative part of this function, and then we see for the substitution x equal to pi by 4 to check the answer. So now dy by dx I am writing here 1 by 4 as it is. What is the derivative of cos 13x? It's 13 times minus sine 13x, isn't it so? And cos 11x, cos 11x would be 11 times, again minus, no, so shall I put the minus outside, because every term is cosine only, so minus outside. Alright, 11 times sine of 11x, then 5 times sine of 5x, then 3 times sine of 3x. Now when you substitute x equals to pi by 4, you will get minus 1 by 4 times 13 times sine of 13 pi by 4 plus 11 times sine of 11 pi by 4 plus 5 times sine of 5 pi by 4 and plus 3 times sine of 3 pi by 4. We are getting this. So when we substitute x equal to pi by 4, dy by dx value at x is equals to pi by 4 we are trying to obtain, then we will multiply by 1 by y later, and then we give the final answer. First though I am finding dy by dx at x is equals to pi by 4. So now in this you can see that this can be written as minus 1 by 4 times 13 times sine 13 by pi by 4 can be written as sine of 4 pi minus 3 pi by 4. these two angles 13 pi by 4 and 3 pi by 4 add up to 4 pi. So they can be written relatively like this. So now similarly this 11 pi by 4 is relevant to 5 pi by 4. So this can be hence 11 times sine of 4 pi minus 5 pi by 4. And the remaining two terms you copy as it is, that is 11 times of 11 pi by 4 plus 3 times of, okay, 11, this term I already wrote it. I have to write the 5 times term, that is sine of 5 pi by 4 as it is, and similarly 3 times sine of 3 pi by 4 as it is. Now you know about this, that this 4 pi minus the theta angle goes to the fourth quadrant, and in that sign is negative. That's why on the next line we will get that to be equal to minus 1 by 4 times 13 becomes there minus 13 times what? It will be sine of 3 pi by 4 minus 13 times sine of 3 pi by 4, and that minus 11 times sine of 5 pi by 4. And what we had the other two terms, 5 times sine 5 pi by 4, 3 times sine 3 pi by 4. Shall I combine here? So this is minus 13 plus 3. So I would write now, updating the number, this will be minus 10 then. Minus 13 plus 3, isn't it? And then for 5 pi by 4, there you have plus 11, which became minus 11 there. And now we have 5 to add to it. So it's minus 6 times sine pi by 4. So you can take the 2 common, even minus common, so it will become half outside the bracket and becomes 5 times sine 3 pi by 4 plus 3 times sine 5 pi by 4. Now these are familiar angles to you. 3 pi by 4 is 135 degrees. Sine of 135 is cos 45. Second quadrant, sine is positive. So therefore this is 1 by 2 times 5 times 1 by root 2 plus 3 times 5 pi by 4 is 225, which is 270 minus 45 again. And because of 270, sign will change to cos. Which quadrant? Third quadrant, negative. So again we are getting both of them, I mean this term, sorry, this term we are getting negative because of the third quadrant. This was in the second quadrant, sign positive. So this we are getting negative because 225, no, 225 is in the third quadrant, isn't it? Sign is negative. So this is sign goes to cos 45 only, no? So 1 by root 2 I am writing. So what is it then? Half times 2 times 1 by root 2, isn't it? So ultimately your here answer for dy by dx is 1 by root 2, but this is not the final answer. This is not the final answer. Final answer you will get, final answer you will get when you multiply the dy by dx by 1 by y. So now you need the value of y at x is equals to pi by 4. So how much it would be? Can you calculate orally now? See, at x is equals to pi by 4, cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So y at x equal to pi by 4 I am calculating. So it's 1 by root 2 into cos 4 pi will be cos pi, which is minus 1. Cos of 8 pi by 4 would be cos 2 pi, which is 1. So it's 1 by root 2. Now you are, means basically 1 by root 2 you are multiplying by reciprocal of y. Y is 1 by root 2. Reciprocal of 1 by root 2 is root 2. So the ultimate answer is 1. And hence the answer option C for this particular question. Alright. Coming on to the next question now. This is a question from NDA 2 2021. You given that f of x is the polynomial function satisfying the composition of f twice is x power 4. If this is, then calculate f dash 1. F dash 1. By the way, you look at f of f at x is same as f of x is equals to x power 4. When it can be possible? When this f of x is x square. Then only f of x square will be x square to the power 2 x power 4. That's why we got to know that from this analysis that f of x has to be x square, and now we want its derivative. It is 2x, but we want it at x equal to 1, so it's 2, and hence the answer option C. Alright, coming on to the next question, 69th question from the paper NDA 1 2022. Okay, now 2022 we are begin with. So this is the given equation, x power y into y power x equal to 1. To determine the dy by dx at 1, 1. You remember when you have variable raised to variable or function raised to function form in the given problem, you use the so-called logarithmic differentiation. So you can simplify this variable raised to variable form with the property of log. Log of a power m is equals to m times log a. You remember this property of log. Log of a power m is m times log a for the given base e or whatever the base any. So this property you may use to simplify the variable raised to variable form of the problem. So you apply log on both sides now. When you are applying log, your base is e. Okay, so log of this is a into b. So it will be y times log x plus x times log y. Apply the property of product. Again, par also. Log of 1 RHS is 0. You know log of 1 with any base is 0. Now this is what you got the equation, which is an implicit function. You have to get the dy by dx out of it. For the first term, u into v rule, y by x plus log x into dy by dx as the derivative of y with respect to x. X into log y derivative will be x by y into dy by dx. Then plus log y into x derivative 1. So this is equals to 0. Now in this, what do you want anyway? You want at x equal to 1, x equal to 1, y is 1. So you want dy by dx for that. So 1 by 1 plus log 1, okay, dy by dx plus 1 by 1 dy by dx at 1 comma 1 plus log 1, which is 0 actually. You know log 1 is 0. So log 1 is this whole term becoming 0. This term is also 0. What remains then? 1 plus dy by dx is equals to 0 means dy by dx value at 1 comma 1 we evaluated minus 1. And hence the answer option A for this particular question. Alright. Now coming on to the next question, 17th question. Again here you see you have y is equals to x par x to the par x. You need what? Apply log on both sides. Apply log on both sides. So when you do it, so it is log of y equal to the par will come from x times log of x to the par x. But again you can take this par x outside, right? Okay. So this can be hence log of y is equals to x square log x. Now differentiate. Differentiating with respect to x, what do you get? 1 by y dy by dx is equals to uv rule here, x square by x plus log x into 2x. Now they say find the derivative at x equal to 1. So dy by dx at x is equals to 1 is equals to, you have to find the y also at x equal to 1. It will be 1 only, no? 1 par, the whole one, it's 1 only. 1 into, what do you get? This x cancel here, it's x is 1, 1 plus this 2 into 1, 2 into log 1, log 1 is 0, so 0. So 1 into 1, 1, and hence the answer option B for this. Coming on to the next question, 71. This is like y is given to be the box of x plus 1, where x is ranging from minus 4 to minus 3. Now you just hit and try here. You take any number between this range. You take minus 3.5, okay, plus 1 you are doing. So it is ultimately converting to minus 2.5. For this, the list integer less than this is what? It is minus 3, isn't it? So it is minus 3. So basically for all the set of values from this given domain they gave, the function y becomes simply minus 3, a constant function. Y becomes a constant function. What is the derivative of y with respect to x? It's 0. They ask that only. What is the derivative of the y with respect to x at the particular point? Let the given point anything. The greatest integer function turns to 0 for the provided interval to refer for x. Right? So hence accordingly then answer is option D for this. Coming on to the next question now. Now next question we have from the paper NDA 1 2022. If the derivative of the function vanishes at x equal to 2, vanishes means becomes 0. So what is the derivative of the given function? Your given function is m by x plus 2nx plus 1. M and n are constant. So what is f dash x here? M by x, it will be derivative of like 1 by x. M times derivative of 1 by x, which is minus 1 by x squared. Right? Then 2nx derivative is 2n plus 1 derivative is 0. You wanted the derivative at x equal to 2 to be vanish. So you are putting that f dash 2 is equals to 0. Put it minus m by 4 plus 2n is equals to 0. What do you get it? You get that as minus m is equals to minus 8n. So what could you see here? That minus m plus 8n is 0. Or you can say m is equals to 8n. M is equals to 8n. No, both the side minus you can cancel because this 4 into 2n went to right side. That is minus 8n. So you got that m is equals to 8n. So what they say what is the value of this expression then? M plus 8n value you can now reduce that as 16n or you can reduce that as 2m. But in both of the case m is unknown, n is unknown. So that's why we cannot be determined here, like we cannot determine this due to insufficient data should be the answer. All right, coming on to the next question. Here you have y is equals to x to the power x to the power x. To determine which one of the following is correct. You remember, this is a kind of like I would say repeated question, but earlier it was derivative at x equal to given point. Now it's like you have to prove which one is correct out of the given. So you know that when you apply log to this function, because it is of variable to the variable form, right? So log y is equals to, it becomes x square log x. Hopefully you remember, just now we discussed. So the derivative is 1 by y dy by dx. RHS derivative is x square by x plus log x into 2x, derivative of x square. Simplifying this, what do you get? Dy by dx, y times y is x power x into this x cancel here, x plus here 2x into log x, right? You can see that in the option y is added as it is, so I am not substituting y, this y I am writing as it is then. So dy by dx, you can see, open the bracket, you will get xy plus 2xy log x. So you can try to match the option now very easily. You can take this xy common, right? And when you bring it them in the LHS, right, because this cannot be possible, 2 to not there. Okay, 2 can't be taken common, xy is taken common. So xy is outside, you will get in the bracket what? You will get, when you take the xy common, you will get in the bracket 1 plus 2 times ln x. Log x means ln x here because the base is e. Okay, when it is not mentioned. So base is e. 1 plus 2 ln x. So this should be the answer. Minus xy, it is pakka there because there is RHS, no? You are bringing it to LHS. The positive term is becoming negative. So hence the right option to this particular question is option B only. Alright, coming on to the next question now. This is a question from NDA 2 2022 exam. Y is given to us to determine the derivative of the function at x equal to 0. Derivative of the function at x equal to 0. You can try to solve this question by, trying to, apply the chain rule, because there is a ln square. So very first there is a square formula, like ln square x means 2 ln x, again ln x derivative 1 by x, like that you have to apply here. Okay, so lengthy though, but because they gave here x equal to 0 to substitute, the solving part will be easier. Okay, so now we start with the derivative directly. So dy by dx is equals to ln square, power will be 2 times ln of the given. Ln of the given as it is I am copying. Then again ln of the answer will be 1 upon that will be reciprocal. Because just now I told you, ln square x derivative will be 2 times ln x, again ln x derivative 1 by x. But here this x is like a rational function. It's reciprocal, it will happen, no? When you write 1 upon them, it. Yes or no? So this is again that this is a function. So u by v rule. So this is multiplied with u by v rule I am writing in the bracket. So x square plus x plus 1 into the numerator derivative 2x minus 1. Then minus time x square minus x plus 1 into derivative of denominator 2x plus 1. This is whole divided by x square plus x plus 1 the whole square. So such a long story you are supposed to write. Now don't sit for simplifying this. Directly see the answer by substituting 0 in it. So dy by dx at x equal to 0. Try to substitute here. What do you get? See, this 0, 0, 0, 0. Log of 1. Log of 1 is 0. And because of log of 1 is 0, whatever rubbish you multiply to it, it is 0. So the answer was that simple there. Because at x equal to 0, here this becoming log 1. Log 1 is the 0, right? So hence the answer option B. Anyway, you would have directly analyzed it rather than sitting for simplification also. You would have simply seen. Anyway, you have to put x equal to 0. Right. Coming on to the next question now, 90th question. Here also you see, you are asked the derivative of u by v function equal to given, say, ax plus bx cube, then what should be a and b? Now, this numerator polynomial degree is 8, denominator polynomial degree is 4. Actually, to simplify the fraction, you can use the polynomial division here. It will be easier concept because the numerator degree is higher than the denominator. Use the polynomial division method. So when you do this division, like see, suppose now what do you want first? 1 only. So 1 you are multiplying. 1 into 1, 1, 1 into minus x square, 1 into x power 4. Change the sign. What do you get? 1, 1 cancel. You will get x square. You will get x power 4 cancel. You will get x power 8 remaining. Then now you want x square from 1. So x square you have to multiply. X square into 1, x square into minus x square minus x power 4, x square into x power 4, x power 6, minus plus minus, changing the sign. So you will get x power 4 minus x power 6 plus x power 8. Now what do you want from this one? You want this x power 4 here. So x power 4 you have to multiply it. So x power 4 minus x power 6, because x power 4 into x square, right? Then x power 4 into x power 4 will be x power 8. Changing the sign, the remainder you see, it's becoming 0. The remainder here is, remainder is 0. Remainder is 0 means the numerator is a multiple of denominator. And what is that multiple? It's a quotient. So I can now simply write that my question is d by dx of the quotient only. D by dx of the quotient only. Because the denominator got cancelled, it was a factor in the numerator. So that is equals to given ax plus bx to the power 3. What is the derivative of LHS? 1 derivative is 0, x square derivative is 2x, 4x cube is equals to ax plus bx cube. Now equate it. A has to be 2, b has to be 4. So b is twice a. B is twice a. Hence the answer option D. Alright, a is 2, b is 4. So b is twice a. Got it. Coming on to the next question from NDA 1 2023. You are asked the derivative of sine square x, which is say u function, with respect to cos square x. So you are asked du by dv. By parametric rule, it is du by dx upon dv by dx. Isn't it? What is du by dx? Sine square x derivative. Chain rule. 2 times sine x, again sine x function, so cos x. Chain rule. Power function and then angle. Okay, 2 times sine x, again sine x derivative cos x. Then dv by dx, 2 times cos x derivative is minus sine x. So you can see that cos x cancel, sine x cancel, what remains there? Minus 1. So du by dv, we got it, it's the option A, minus 1. Coming on to the next question now from the paper NDA 1 2023. You are asked the derivative of cosecant of x degree. You remember that the trigonometric functions, to evaluate the limit and the derivative, we should convert the angle into radian angle only. Radian measure is a set of real numbers only. Okay. So cosec x degrees you have to convert into radian by multiplying it by pi by 180, and for this you have to find the derivative now. So what would be the derivative? What is the derivative of cosecant theta? Cosecant theta derivative is minus cosecant theta cot theta, but theta is here function. Okay, so again angle derivative you have to multiply. So minus pi by 180 times cosecant, the same again I am writing in degrees to avoid the writing radian, because you can see options are again in degrees. See this angle you just wrote it to do the differentiation. Once you are done, again you can rewrite that angle wherever it is present into cot x degree. So what should be the answer? Minus pi by 180 cosecant x degree into cot x degree. So option should be B. Coming on to the question. Next question, which is from the paper NDA 2 2023. You know that f of x is defined to be mod of ln of mod x, but the domain is given here 0 less than x less than 1. You know, when this is the domain, the mod x is always positive. Ln of this small value will be negative. Okay, so you people basically know that mod of x will be minus x when x is 0 now. Now you got to know that this ln of mod x is negative, because for this value, these values, ln of mod x is minus of that. So therefore, I would write that f of x function is minus of simply ln x, because mod of x is minus x when x is less than 0. Because this term ln of mod x is, this term is small, negative for this particular given x. So mod of the term, mod of minus 2, why do you write 2? Because mod of minus 2 is written as minus of minus 2, the minus of x, so that you get the answer 2. That is why this rule. So now you got to know by understanding the concept behind this given funda that f of x is minus ln x. You are asked the derivative at 0.5. So what is the derivative? First of all, it is minus 1 by x. So at 0.5 means half. Minus 1 by 0.5. 0.5 is half. Reciprocal of half is 2. So it's 2. Right, that is, but minus is there, so answer is minus 2. Hence the option A here. Coming on to the next question now, 66th question from NDA 2 2023 paper. You know that f dash x is this function. F dash x is known. which is of the form cos of ln x. But you are asked, if you know y is this function, what is dy by dx? What is y? You are differentiating f of 2x minus 3 by x. So when you say derivate this function, this is like f dash of 2x minus 3 by x into the derivative of this again, the function, because f of the input is again a function, 2x minus 3 by x is function, but you can see the simplification, it's 2 minus 3 by x. So what is this derivative? Minus 0 minus of 3 into minus 1 by x square, which will be 3 by x square, because you know 1 by x square derivative is minus 1 by x square, so it will become plus 3 by x square. So now you have to understand the funda. What does this notation means? F dash of the given, you know f dash of x something, f dash of x, you know that this is the answer. So f dash of this will be, you have to just replace the x by 2x minus 3 by x, no then. So this should be then 3 by x square, outside I am putting here, this should be cos of ln of 2. Okay, this you have to put in place of x, 2x minus 3 by x. So you can see now the option 3 by x square is only one option, cos of ln of this. So option is C here. Alright, coming on to the next question now from NDA 1 2024 exam. You know that g of x is given, f of g of x is given, f of g of x is given. What is it? X cube minus 1 by x cube. You know when this can be the result, provided you know that gx is x minus 1 by x. When this can be the result, can you streamline this? See, you know that x minus 1 by x the whole cube, it will be x cube minus 1 by x cube minus 3 into it will be x minus 1 by x. Okay, so you want now this term to be 0 so that you get this resultant. So this term you can add then. See, this is your x, capital X. So I am streamlining the function now. F of x should be, then f of x should be what? The x cube, capital X cube, in that you add 3 times x, so that you get only these 2 terms. So this is how you have to logically think towards getting the f of x from the given to match. Okay, so you got to know f of x is this format. You want the double derivative of it, double derivative. What will be the single derivative first of all? The single derivative of the x will be 3x square plus 3. And double derivative, second times you differentiate, it will be 6x. Okay, ultimately we express in terms of x only. This was just to show you, because this way it is function. Now variable you can replace capital X by small x in the answers. Right, so hence the answer option D for this particular question. Coming on to this question, which is again from NDA 1 2024. There you given f of x, you know, which is mod x plus 1 function, and there is a g of x which is box of x minus 1 function. Now they say there is also h of x. What is h of x? It's a ratio of these two. Okay, you know there's 3 functions, and they say f of x is differentiable for all x less than 0, because for all x less than 0 this function will become minus x plus 1 for x less than 0. And it is, yes, differentiable. The derivative is minus 1. Perfect. The first statement is correct. First statement is correct. What about the second statement? G of x is continuous at x equal to 0.0001. What is g of x? G of x, the given value is 0.0001. At that the box of it's 0. So it's just a minus 1 constant function. It's continuous. It is continuous. Yes, it is continuous. But what about the third point, derivative of g of x at 2.5? What would be the derivative at 2.5 for this box x? See, box of 2.5 is basically 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So actually your g of x function is 1, which is constant. So g dash x should be 0, whatever may be the given. Right, but they say it's 1, which is incorrect. So what are the correct statements above? 1 and 2 only, so option A. Alright, hopefully the solutions are clear to you. Kindly go through the solutions. Once again, try to attempt yourself. Prepare well for your upcoming NDA written examination. Stay tuned to my channel. I will meet you in the next session.